Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. It is Saturday, February 6th, the feast day of St. Paul Miki, uh, who was a Jesuit priest and martyr, as he was martyred in 1597 in Japan, along with 26 other companions, because the Catholic faith was brought to Japan in the early 1500s by Saint Francis Xavier, and influenced Paul Miki into becoming a Jesuit priest and martyr. And evidently, he had such a powerful influence in his preaching and in his Christian witness that he was converting more and more people to Christianity, in which the ruler of Japan at that time felt extremely intimidated by that, because as men seek power, he felt intimidated by that and didn't want that to happen. So he had Paul Miki and 26 of his companions murdered uh, in Nagasaki, which is known for one of the locations of the World War II bombing. But Nagasaki, in modern day times, is the most heavily influenced Catholic influence part of Japan, and it is known as the Catholic Rome of Japan, due to the event that took place in the late 1500s. So there's some little history for Catholicism in Japan, uh, which is not very big, of course. But otherwise, let's get to the gospel. Today's gospel is from Mark chapter 6, verses 30 through 34. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. The apostles gathered together with Jesus and reported all they had done and taught. He said to them, "Come away by yourselves to a deserted place and rest a while." People were coming and going in great numbers, and they had no opportunity even to eat. So they went off in the boat by themselves to a deserted place. People saw them leaving, and many came to know about it. They hastened there on foot from all the towns and arrived at the place before them. When he disembarked and saw the vast crowd, his heart was moved with pity for them, for they were like sheep without a shepherd, and he began to teach them many things. Okay, so we've got the return of the 12, as we have been reading Mark's gospel of how the 12 disciples have been on mission. They've been doing their missionary work, followed up with, of course, at the very beginning of that, the death of John the Baptist, the beheading of him, because we know that the missionary took place right as John the Baptist was arrested. So the John the Baptist never got to see all that come to fruition. But Jesus took his 12 disciples, sent them off, and now they are returning to Jesus. They're returning to their master, and kind of reporting back to him of what they've all done, to make sure that, so Jesus is the leader, and he trains them, forms them, and brings them out, and then they report back of what they've all accomplished, and spreading the gospel to people, of what Jesus is coming to do. And so they report back, as kind of like reporting to the boss. They give their report, and this is what they do. And the boss, who is Jesus, he's pleased evidently. He's pleased by their efforts, by their commitment to him, and the faith, and so he gives them a much deserved rest after they report back, and I think that's something that we need to keep in mind, as we go through this world, in our job, in our vocation, and our day-to-day tasks and duties, is that once we do our job of what God's will is for us in this life, is to also give ourselves a reward of rest. And that is the challenge for today, of making sure that we accomplish what we are supposed to be doing in this life, whether it be as a mother, a father, a leader, an owner, whatever it is, religious, whatever it is. We all have our own unique gifts, unique call, unique whatever it is, and that comes with a lot of expectations. It comes to me right now as I'm thinking out loud of that scene, or not scene, but that quote from Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility, or something like that. Um, and we all have that within us. So, do we earn our reward? Um, and do we work and accomplish our vocation in such a way so that we deserve the rest that God gives us? And that's the challenge for each of us today and every day. That's also why God gives us the Sabbath, because He wants us to rest. So keep that in mind. Have a great day. God bless, and keep it real. The Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen.